Hi friends, hello. I'm just gonna give people a few minutes to settle in and to tune in terms of equipment that you may want to have by your side. Some blocks. If you don't have blocks, books stacked on top of one another work great. You're gonna need a strap as well. If you don't have a strap, you can use a belt, a towel, a scarf, any long piece of fabric. Hi Marley, I miss you. I washed my hair today, guys. It's a good day. Happy Monday. I'm just gonna give people 1 more minute to tune in. Hi friends. So it's gonna be pretty chill class, kind of a hybrid between power and restorative. So we won't be sweating buckets, but you can definitely anticipate for a really feel-good stretch. So we're gonna get started. Those of you who are here, you guys can come down to your, yes, Kristen. Imagine Kristen breathing. That's all you need to do. Channel your inner Kristen to breathe today, guys. So you guys can all come down to a restful place on your backs. And closing your eyes when you arrive there, if that feels comfortable for you. I invite you to bring your left hand to your heart and your right hand to your belly. Starting to notice your thoughts once you've arrived there. Not judging these thoughts. Not attaching meaning to them. Simply just letting them flow through you like a leaf in a moving river. Ease and grace and surrender. Starting to draw awareness to your heart space. And noticing the rhythm of your heartbeat up against your chest. Starting to notice the quality of your breath. Starting to deepen it. Inhaling from the depths of your belly. Moving up and through your rib cage. Up and through your chest, up and through your throat, and exhaling when you've hit your maximum inhale. Continuing to breathe, watching the air rise and fall. Every inhale, visualizing expansion. With every exhale, release. With every breath, sinking deeper down. Feeling the support of the ground beneath your sacrum. Keep sinking down. Every exhale, relaxing every muscle and fiber just a little more. I'm going to take you guys through your guided body scan as I cue the different places on your body, noticing where and how you're holding tension and stress. how you're experiencing sensation or discomfort. And overall acknowledging how it feels to be in your body today, without judgment and without expectation. Starting to draw your awareness to your toes, moving up your ankles, your shins, your knees, your thighs, pelvis, your hips, your lower back, your fingertips, your wrists, your forearms, elbows, your belly, your rib cage, your chest, your shoulders, and your collarbone. Starting to soften through your throat, gently swallowing there. Softening through your jaw, letting your tongue float in your mouth as you release your upper and lower jaw. And beginning to feel and visualize an overall lightness in your face plate, your eyelids, and in the space between your two eyebrows, your third eye, and visualizing a bright white light beaming out of the crown of your head, washing over your body and illuminating your form as you melt away into stillness, spaciousness, and awareness. Keep sinking down. On your next few sets of breath, I invite you to set an intention for your practice today, making an I am statement. A state of being that you wish to cultivate within yourself, that you wish to embody. I am rested. I am clarified. I am nourished. I am creative. I am productive. I am capable. I am healing. Whatever it is that resonates with you, using this mantra, this I am statement as an anchor in your practice. If any distractions arise throughout your time here, giving yourself the gift of presence in a radical act of self-love. Final breath here. And once you have exhaled, hugging both of your knees into your chest, squeezing them tight. And as you arrive in that space, just noticing what your lower back feels like, noticing what your hips feel like. And listening to your body here, maybe you feel called to move Swing side to side. Drawing circles with your knees, massaging your hips out. Just take a bit of movement here. Making any sounds that feel good for you. Final breath in your movement. Once you've exhaled, coming back to stillness with your spine on your mat. Interlacing your fingers to the backs of your thighs and starting to roll up and down the length of your spine. Take about 3 rolls before you bring yourself up to a seated position with your legs crossed. Use your core to control and articulate your movement here. Should all be seated at the tops of our mats now. Hands come to your knees. Rolling your shoulder blades back and down. Good morning, Sai. Good morning, everyone who came in during the intro there. Rolling your shoulder blades back and down. On your next inhale, bringing your left ear down to your left shoulder. Drawing your chin into your chest as you roll over to the right side for a neck roll. Reversing the half circle from there. Taking your time here, really massaging your neck out. Notice where you hold tension in this space. Send your breath to the places that need softening, the places that feel sticky or sludgy or dense. One more neck roll wherever you are. And once you've completed that neck roll with control, coming back to center with your crown tall, your chin is parallel to the floor. Hands are on your knees if they weren't already. Inhaling to open up through heart center, shining your heart open, gaze to the ceiling, coming tall through your crown. Exhale, draw your tailbone down, round your spine, chin to your chest, seated cat-cow. Inhaling, come tall and wide. Exhale. Taking your natural pace of movement in your seated cat-cow. I'm so happy to see people from Vancouver and Ottawa and Croatia tuning in. Hi, Ek. Let's take one more breath, loves. Coming back to a neutral spine with your legs crossed. And interlacing your hands behind your head now. Elbows are wide. Inhaling, lean back, open up through heart center, gaze to the ceiling. Exhale, squeeze your elbows together, chin to your chest, nose to your belly button. Inhale, come tall and wide. Your natural pace of movement, loves. Final breath, coming tall and wide. Next time you've inhaled tall and wide, exhale, dip your right elbow down. Elongating through your left side body. Inhale back. Exhale, dip your left elbow down, right side body stretch. Taking your natural pace of movement from here. side. Final breath. Inhaling back to center. Exhale your hands down to your knees. Roll your shoulder blades back and down a few times. Just noticing the space and heat that you've created there. Final breath to relax your shoulder blades down. Beautiful. On your next inhale, hands above your head, palms are facing one another, your hands are shoulder distance apart. As you exhale, squeezing your shoulders, bending your elbows, hugging your elbows into your rib cage. Inhale up. Exhale, squeeze down. Hi, Adam. This is great for your shoulder mobility, especially if you sleep on your side a lot and you have a tendency of crunching your shoulders and concaving your chest in as a result when you sleep. It's a really beautiful way to kind of break that pattern and to counteract it with this movement. A few more breaths. Two more. Last breath. Slowly releasing your hands down to your knees. Bree, I hear you. Me too, sis. All right, give your shoulders a good roll out again, just noticing what that space feels like. And relaxing your shoulders down. We'll go in for our seated body roll, inhaling your left shoulder to your left knee. Driving through to the right side. Exhale to roll down the length of your spine. Nice and slow, just taking your time here. Final breath to the left before we switch sides. So you come back to center, reverse your roll, lead with your right shoulder on your inhale. Spine lobes. Inhaling your hands up. As you exhale, plant your right hand down to your side, bend into your elbow, left side body stretch. Inhaling back. Exhale, plant your left hand down, bend into your right side body. Hi Rob, hi Elisa. Your natural pace of movement. With every exhale, bend into your elbow just a little bit more, elongating through the opposing side body. You can visualize yourself connecting your rib cage to your hip bone. Let's take one more to each side. Last breath. Inhaling back up to center, hands above your head and together. Exhale down to heart center. Beautiful. Releasing your hands to grab a hold of your strap or a makeshift strap. So a towel, a scarf, a belt, any long piece of fabric. Grabbing a hold of your strap, shoulder distance apart, a little wider. Inhaling up. As you exhale, coming back and down, elbows are always straight, so make sure you bring your hands farther apart if you need to. Take your time, nice and slow. Feeling into shoulder blades, rotator cuffs, your pecs, which are in your armpit area, feeling into your chest cavity, noticing how your rib cage feels here. And if you feel called to explore any other movement in your shoulder floss, like swaying side to side, bringing your hands behind you and then swaying side to side. Whatever feels good, just let your body take you wherever it is that it needs to go. Final breath. Once you've exhaled, gently take your time to bring your strap back. Give yourself a big hug from there. Calibrating through your shoulders and your chest, just noticing what the space feels like. Final breath. And once you've exhaled, releasing. Yes, sigh, such a good track. Releasing your hands down to the top of your mat, shifting your weight over onto your knees, coming into a tabletop position. Hi, Rhea. So your hands are shoulder distance apart, your feet are hip distance apart. Love you. Tucking your toes under in the back, firmly planting your fingertips down. Maybe your knuckles come off a little bit there. On your next inhale, belly down, chin parallel to the floor, gaze right in front of you. As you exhale, push away from your mat, round your spine, draw your tailbone down and your chin to your chest. Cat-cow. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale. Take your natural pace of movement, loves. Let your bodies guide you. Invite you now to get a little more fluid, a little less linear in your body. Swaying your hips side to side, circling them out. Not caring about what you look like, what other people may be doing, if you look cute or sexy, just do whatever feels purposeful. Using this movement as medicine. Final breath. And once you've exhaled, coming back to a neutral spine in your tabletop. Beautiful. On your next inhale, sliding your right foot to the top of your mat, bending into your right knee, setting yourself up for a low lunge. If you have blocks, you can place them to your sides. If you need some extra height and support there. If you don't have blocks, stacked books, upside down pots, anything that has structural integrity and height to it will help you out here. Tucking your left toes under in the back to make sure that your hips are nice and squared. Breathing into your left hip flexor, you will feel quite a bit of intensity there. Just breathe into it, soften through on your exhales. Making sure that your right knee is at a 90-degree angle. Whenever you feel you've created some space, sliding your left knee back to move into that space. More breaths here. Let's take one more side out on your exhale if that feels good. Once you've exhaled, we'll inhale here at the top. As you exhale, starting to peel the ball of your right foot off, tucking your toes towards your face, sitting back towards your heels. Move your blocks back as well if you need to for half split. Taking a look down to look at your hips, make sure that your hips are stacked on top of your knee, your left knee. So your hips are still squared, you're not sitting all the way back. Your hips are stacked on top of your left knee. And from here, you have the option of inhaling to come taller through your crown and exhaling to bow your chest towards your thigh, lengthening through your right hamstring. Inhale to come tall. Exhale, bow down. 2 more of those. Inhale. Flexing your right foot towards your face. Exhale. Final breaths. Inhaling tall again. As you exhale, bending into your right knee, coming into your low lunge again. Planting your hands down on blocks or your mat. Lifting your left knee up. And slowly walking your left foot closer to your right heel, your left toes turned out to the corner of your mat at a 45-degree angle, stepping into your pyramid pose. So your hips are squared to the top of your mat. Your left foot is slightly turned out at a 45-degree angle, pointing at the corner of your mat at the top. Your right foot is in the center of your mat at the top, neutral. With every exhale, draw your chest a little closer to your thigh. Visualizing pulling your right thigh up and away from your kneecap. Elongating through your hamstring just a little bit more. Final few breaths. Keep sinking in and down. Final breath. And once you've exhaled, bringing your hands to your hips, with control, engaging your core, come all the way up to standing. Stepping your left foot to the top of your mat, feet are together. You can place your blocks down at a lower height in case you want to use them for your flow once we work with the posture here. So feet are together. On an inhale, hands above your head as you sink your tailbone down for chair pose. Draw your tailbone down, tuck your rib cage in. Make sure your knee line falls behind your toe line. Keep sinking down as you reach taller through your fingertips. Your next inhale, reaching taller, sinking deeper. As you exhale, twist to the right like someone's pulling your arms apart. Inhale up to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale. Inhale. Last breath. Inhale to center. Exhale, bow your chest towards your thighs, straightening your knees. Inhale all the way up to standing, hands above your head and together. Exhale down to heart center. Again for the left side, Inhaling your hands up, sinking back and down. Draw your tailbone down. Tuck your rib cage in. After your next inhale here in center, exhale, twist to the left like someone's pulling your hands apart. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Two more. Last breath. Inhale up. Exhale, fold over, straightening your knees. Stay there. Your hands can come down to your blocks. You can hug the backs of your calves, drawing your chest towards your thighs. Wherever you are, just hanging out in your forward fold for a few breaths. If it feels like you're really sitting back into your seat, shift your weight into your toes. You'll automatically feel a deeper stretch in your hamstrings there. Final breath. Once you've exhaled, with intention, inhaling, hands above your head and together. Exhale down to heart center. Inhaling, hands up and together. Exhale, start to bow down. Hands come to your blocks or your mat. On your next inhale, sliding your right leg back. Bringing your right knee down. Setting yourself up for low lunge on the other side. So again, your left knee's at a 90-degree angle. Your right toes are tucked under in the back. If you look at my knee right now, it really wants to externally rotate, magnetizing your knee inward. So really visualizing yourself squeezing everything to center will allow you to engage your core throughout all of your practice. Keep breathing, remembering if you ever create space, you can slide your right knee back to deepen the stretch and expression of the pose. Noticing the subtle differences in your left and right side body as well. Just like how we have a dominant side that we throw with, or cut things with, or ride our snowboard with, or whatever it may be, we also have a tendency of sending more energy and stress and tension and memories to one side of our body. So the more that we use movement to learn our body language and where we store said things, the more that we can move with intention and with purpose to create balance and equilibrium throughout our energetic and physical body. A few more breaths here in your low lunge. Side out if that feels good. exhaled, we'll inhale here at the top. As you exhale, you can walk your hands back on your blocks if you need to. Starting to peel the ball of your left foot off, tucking your toes towards your face, coming into a half split. So your left knee is as straight as it can be, visualizing pulling your thigh muscle up and away from your kneecap. And take a look back at your right hip and your right knee. You want to make sure that your right hip and knee are stacked on top of one another, not fully sitting back, because then you'll lose the integrity of the pose. So really just keeping your hips squared here, flexing your left foot towards your face, and on your next inhale, reaching tall to the crown of your head towards the ceiling. As you exhale, bow down, draw your chest towards your thighs. Inhale, come tall. If this hurts your knees at all, loves, you can always place a blanket underneath your knee or roll the side of your mat over to double mat there. Two more, nice and tall. Final breaths. Inhale, tall. Exhale to the top for your low lunge. Planting your hands down on blocks or your mat to the sides. I will definitely send you all the music stuff, I promise. Lifting your right knee up. Starting to slide your right foot closer to the heel of your left foot. Turning your right toes out at a 45-degree angle to the top of your mat. Hips are squared, pyramid pose on the other side. I'll send you the whole playlist, Sai. It's a goodie. It's a good yoga playlist. Courtesy of Rob, for the most part, to be honest. Keep breathing. Pulling your left thigh muscle up and away from your kneecap as much as you can. And on every exhale, draw your chest towards your thighs a little bit more, elongating through your left hamstring. Please do. I will not be upset about that, and I don't think anyone from the Anamaya community will be either. Let's get it. Few more breaths, love. Let's take one final breath. Side out if that feels good on your exhale. On your next inhale, bringing your hands to your hips. Gently come all the way up to standing with control. Engage your core. Step your right foot to the top. Shake your left leg out. Shake your right leg out. Beautiful. Let's meet back with our feet together. And on an inhale, hands above your head and together. As you exhale, hands down to your heart, starting to bow down from there. Bringing your hands to your blocks and or your mat. On your next inhale, slide your right leg back. Slide your left leg back. Dropping your knees if you need to here. Hug your elbows into your rib cage as you scoop up on an inhale for upward dog. Pelvis and knees are lifted from there. Let's take 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, bend your knees, roll back. Downward dog. Beautiful. On your next inhale, rolling up the length of your spine, nice and slow, rounding it, come to plank. Inhale, scoop up, upward dog. Exhale, roll back, downward. 2 more of those. Inhale to the top for plank. Exhale it out before you inhale for your upward dog. Last one, inhaling just for plank. Exhaling it out, dropping your knees if you need to. Next, inhale, scoop up, upward dog. Exhale, roll back. On your next inhale, rolling up to plank again, round your spine. From plank, bending your knees, exhale, roll back, upward dog. Inhale, round your spine to plank. Visualize wave-like motions. Exhale, bend your knees, roll back. Inhale. Two more, inhale. Final breath. On your next inhale, walk your feet up to the top of your mat. Bend your knees if you need to. And on your next inhale, roll up to standing, hands above your head and together. Exhale down to heart center. Beautiful. Bringing your hands to your hips. Stepping your left foot back. Bringing it parallel to the short end of your mat, and then turn your right foot parallel to your left, so coming into a wide-legged stance. Beautiful. On your next inhale, chest parallel to the floor. If your hands can come down to your mat / the ground here, that's great. If they can't, that's great too. Just bring a block there. Place your hands down there instead. Your knees as straight as they can be. Look at me for a second here. Leaning back into my seat quite a bit. The second that I shift my weight into my toes more, the deeper the stretches in my hamstrings. From here, just rocking your hips side to side. Feel is all about functional and subtle and more intuitive movement. Final breath here. And back to center. On your next inhale, bending your knees, sinking down into your seat. Exhale, straighten your knees. Inhale, sink down, sitting back. Exhale, straighten your knees. Inhale, sink. Exhale. 2 more of those. Inhale. Last one. Inhale, sink. Beautiful. From here, planting your left hand down onto your block or your mat, whatever's most available. Inhaling your right arm up for a twist in your wide-legged stance. Play around with the height of your block, visualizing your shoulders stacked on top of one another, actively pushing away through your left hand, actively reaching up through your right. Breathe from your belly. Final breath. Once you've exhaled, inhaling to swap your left hand out with your right. As you exhale, lifting your left arm up for your twist. Gaze to the ceiling, let your body follow. Keeping keeping your hips as neutral as you can, twisting actively from the upper half of your body. Breathe from your belly, loves. Final breath. Once you've exhaled, lowering your left hand down to your block or your mat. From here, on an inhale, bending into your left knee, rolling over to the right side, drawing circles with your lower back, effectively bending from knee to knee. You may experience quite a bit of cracking here. Just notice it. Send your breath wherever it needs to go. Final breath, bending into your left knee first. Once you've completed that round, on your next inhale, bending into your right knee first. Final breath. And back to your wide-legged stance. Inhaling here in center. As you exhale, bending into your left knee, peeling the ball of your right foot off. Your left foot can be planted all the way down, or you can be up on your tippy toes, whatever feels best. And from there, planting your left hand just to the left side of your left foot and reaching your right arm up for a baby twist here in low side lunge. If a bind is available to you and you can grab your hands there, you are welcome to explore that shape for yourselves. You can always use a strap as an extension of your hands as well. Final breath. Once you've exhaled, releasing your bind if you had it. Planting your hands back down on a block or your mat to inhale back to wide-legged. As you exhale, bend into your left knee. Again, your right foot can be fully grounded down, or you can be up on your tippy toes, whatever feels best. Left foot is fully tucked towards your face. Planting your right hand down to the right of your right foot. Reaching your left arm up for a baby twist. If a bind's available to you, you can also take that as well. Maybe available on one side and not on the other. That's okay. Meet your body where it's at with love, compassion, non-expectation, non-judgment. Breathing any places that feel tight or sticky. Stabilize through your breath and core here. Final breath. Once you've exhaled, releasing your bind if you were there. Wherever you are, bringing your hands back to a block or the ground. Inhale back for a wide-legged stance. And from there, bringing your hands behind your tailbone to interlace them. If that's too intense for you, you can just grab a strap and hold on to it like so. Wherever you are, inhaling to start dropping your head towards your mat. As you exhale, peeling your hands off and away from your tailbone, gaze behind you through your legs. Coming into a shoulder and heart opener in your wide-legged stance again. Keep shifting your weight into your toes. Pulling both of your thigh muscles up and away from your kneecaps, lengthening through your hamstrings. Breathe. If you feel called to open your heart up to one side, alternating, you can. Any movement that may feel good for you here, please explore it. Sometimes I like to bend into my knees here generously. Gives me a bit more range of motion in my shoulders for the moment. Let's take one more breath. Really draw your chest towards your thighs, really leaning into it. Once you've exhaled with control, take your time. Bring your hands back to your tailbone. Grab a hold of your lower back or your hips and gently engaging through your core to come all the way up to standing. Good. Heel toeing your feet together. And stepping to the top of your mat. We're going to use a body awareness technique to come down to our mats. Feet are together. On an inhale, starting to sink back into an imaginary chair as you scoop your hands up and above your head. From there, come up onto your tippy toes. You're going to be shaky there, just breathe. And keep drawing your tailbone down towards your mat, rounding your spine as much as you need to engage your core. The objective being to come down to your mat with as much intention and control as you can. Take your time. Once you've come down to your mat, bringing the bottoms of your feet together, your knees are wide, coming into a bound angle pose. So your pinky toes are touching. Your other toes are fanned out effectively. So the arches of your feet are open to the sky as well. You can use your hands to literally fan your feet open a bit. Grabbing a hold of your ankles, coming tall through your crown. Breathing here. Hands holding onto your ankles still, bringing your elbows to your knees. Slowly starting to apply some pressure and weight there. Keep fanning your toes out. Keep your spine neutral, so leaning in and hinging from your hips rather than rounding your spine. Breaths here. Final breaths. From there, with kind and gentle loving hands, bringing your knees together. Down. Hands are behind your tailbone. Bring your feet as wide as your mat. Dropping your knees over to the left side, sinking into your right hip. You can even bring your right hand there and just give your hip a little massage. Final breath with your knees falling to the left side. Planting your right hand back behind you. Inhaling back to center. Your knees are facing the ceiling. So you exhale, dropping your knees over to the right. Bringing your left hand to your left hip if you want to give it a little massage or some touch. Exhaled, planting your left left hand down. Inhale your knees up to center. Centering yourself on your mat if you need to. Feet are about hip distance apart. Your hands come out. Slowly starting to draw your tailbone down, tucking your ribcage in, curling your spine, engaging your core to roll down the length of your mat. As your head is gently tapped down, inhaling to hug both of your knees into your chest, squeezing them tight. Taking any movement that feels good, swaying your knees side to side, making circles. We did a lot of external rotations of the hips today, lots of opening in the hips. So just noticing what this feels like as you counteract that openness, magnetizing your hips inward. Calibrating through your hips. Final breath. Coming into stillness. Planting your feet down. Bringing them as wide as your mat. Sinking your knees inward until they meet in the middle there. Bringing your hands to your pelvis or sacral space in an upside down triangle, so your hands are effectively touching your hips as well. Closing your eyes here, coming into your final resting pose. Allowing yourself to integrate the wisdom of your practice. Checking in, noticing any subtle differences in your mood, in your energy, in your emotional and physical body. We are such cerebral thinking beings. How can you allow yourself to think less, to be more, to do less, and to receive more? We are human beings, after all, not human doings. And ultimately, what we're working with on the inside is what we will bring to fruition on an external level. Remembering that you are deserving of this time and of this space of nothingness, to feel and be whatever it is that you need to.